Good morning. Let's start. Today we'll continue with employability skills chapter. Last time we discussed about communication. Then yes, this topic was saying no. These are the refusal skills we have covered last time. So now we'll move on to the next topic. Next is about connecting words. Connecting words are the words used to connect two sentences, right? These are called as conjunctions, right? So various words like and, or, because, so, such kind of words are connecting words. इनको हम conjunctions भी बोलते हैं, right? They are often used in sentences whenever we want to join two sentences with each other. If we talk about them, every connecting word has a different usage. Like for and is used to connect two or more sentences of equal importance. Like in this case, if you say, example is given, my brother won't be able to come. No, I won't be able to come can be written as no, my brother and I won't be able to come, right? So in place of writing my brother and I, we can write, so instead of writing two sentences, we can combine them with this and word, right? So this and is connecting word conjunction here. So my brother and I won't be able to come, right? So instead of writing these two sentences, we can write only one, and where we can combine both the subjects here with the help of this and keyword. And uh, and this is only done in case both the sentences have equal importance, and but is used in to join two sentences that suggest different ideas. If they are equal, if importance is equal, then and is used. If there are different ideas, then we use but. Like, I would love to come to your party, and I can't come because of other plans, right? So now we have two sentences here. One is willingness, and second one is I'm not willing, right? So in this case, we can put what, but I could love to come to your party, but I can't come because of other plans. So both the things are there. One is willingness, and second part of the sentence, second sentence is showing that you cannot come, right? So in such case, but is used, and then or is used when we need to show a choice between two words or sentences. When we want to give a choice somewhere, तो चॉइस के लिए आपको और लगाना है, राइट? नाउ इफ यू सी द एग्जांपल, नो, you can go with Dia, no, you can go with Ali. Now we have a choice. Okay, either you can go with the Dia, or we can go with Ali. So here we can put or in between both the names. So you can write, no, you can go with Dia or Ali, right? Then so as, because, they used to join two sentences when one sentence acts as the reason for the second one, right? I have a meeting, I can't come, right? So here the reason for not coming is that I have to attend a meeting. So I'll put I have a meeting, so I can't come, right? So here this so word is the conjunction. That's it. Likewise, we have other conjunction words also that you can use for the references. Next part is writing skills. Now, in writing, also we need to have certain good knowledge of how to write the sentences in some better and effective way, so that the sentence you are writing, it conveys the full meaning. So sentences are important because if you do not clearly write the sentence, the meaning cannot be conveyed. Like for example, uh, every sentence should have a proper first of all the formation should be proper. Formation में क्या आता है कि capitals आपको you should be cleared with where to use capitals, where not, right, and where to use exclamation marks and all those things. First of all, we'll talk about capital letters. This we have covered also, that there's a rule called as mints. In mints, we just check in which part of the sentence we should write capital. M of mints indicate months, I for word, I, N for names, T for titles, and S for starting letters of the sentence. So these are the places where we put capital letters, right? Capitals are the first word. For first alphabet should be capital, right? For months, all months, May, June, July, etc., we'll put first letter as capital. I is always use capital if it is individual. Names, the proper nouns, you can say the names of the people, place, or a day is always written in capital. First letter is capital always. Titles like Doctor, Mr., Mrs., Miss, the first letter is capital, and the first letter of every sentence is always capital, right? Then talking about punctuation marks, punctuations are the set of marks like full stop, comma, etc. It helps us to separate the part of the sentence and it explain its meaning, right? So, what are the punctuation marks? We can see full stop. Full stop is used at the end of the sentence, right? It is also used with the short forms of the long words, right? For example, doctor can be written with dr, and after dr we put full stop. And comma is used to indicate a pause in the sentence, and it is also used to separate the items like oranges, apple, grapes, where they we put comma, right? And so here we are giving pause. After the waiter gave me a menu card, I ordered the food. Now in this, you just want to give a pause after card and I, so there we put comma. Question marks are used at the end of the questions, your questions sentence which are in the question form, or you can say they are interrogative sentences, like what's your name, and this is a question, it ends with a question mark. Exclamation sign is used at the end of the word or sentence to indicate the strong feeling, a strong feeling such as surprise, shock, anger. That in such case sentences we put exclamation mark at the end. Like what a pleasant surprise, right? If you are surprised with certain thing, or you are late, you are angry on somebody, then you put exclamation at the end. Apostrophes are used to uh, they're used before s to show that something belongs to someone, right? Like dia's pen. So dia's pen indicates that the pen belongs to dia, right? And secondly, apostrophe is also used to indicate the shortened form of some words, like isn't. Isn't is basically is not, right? Let's say let is. These short words we can use somewhere, and to create these short words we put apostrophe, right? Moving further, these are the basic parts of speech. Basic parts of speech may nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, and adverbs are used. And we know what are nouns. Nouns are the words which refers to a person, place, thing, or idea, right? For example, dog, kindness, India, Sanjay. These are some of the noun words. Pronouns are the words used in place of noun, right? Like I, they, he, we, you, etc. He, she. Adjectives are the words which describes the other word. They are also called as describing words because it describes everything. Like Ria wrote a long letter. What kind of letter it is? It's a long letter. This word long over here is the adjective, right? It describes the what kind of letter it is. Verbs shows actions. These are action words. Like Rima wrote a letter. Now, what is Rima doing? She's wrote right. She has written a letter, right? She wrote word over here is the verb, right? It tells what action Rima is doing. Adverbs are the words which adds meaning to the verb, right? Like Rima wrote, quickly wrote a letter. Now, writing is the action here, and how she's writing quickly. So this word quickly over here is the adverb which adds the meaning to the verb, right? So it's basically telling us how Rima did the action, did the writing. She did it quickly. So this word quickly is adverb over here, right? So these are certain parts of speeches. Along with these main part of speech, there are some more words we need for making a sentences. Like we use articles, sometimes we use conjunctions as we just done, and, or, and, but. Prepositions are used, interjections are used. What are these articles? They're also supporting part of speech. So articles are a and the. We have three articles and they are used in various forms. A and an are used with singular things, and the difference between a and an is that an is used before the vowel sound, the words beginning with vowel sound, and a is used with the words beginning with consonant sound. Remember, it is not used with the words starting with vowels. A and an is not used with the word starting with vowels. It only concentrate on the sound of the vowel, right? This a, e, I, o, u, these sounds. If you find a somewhere, this its sound is a, e, o, u. So you have to identify these sounds. Wherever the word is beginning with such sounds, we put an before that. Like in case apple, a starts with a sound, so we'll put an there. Umbrella, which starts with a sound, so it's an, we'll put an, right? There are words like honest. Although it's, if you write honest, it starts with h, but the sound which starts with the word is o, so we'll put an there. An honest man. Fine. So we'll concentrate on the sound, not on the word. And consonant sounds are consonant words, consonant alphabets are those alphabets which are um, in. We'll talk about all the alphabets from A to Z, where the vowel sounds, excluding the vowel sounds, right? So A, E, I, O, U को छोड़ के जो बाकी alphabets बचे, they are consonants, and wherever we have these consonant sounds, there we use a. Like book starts with b sound, and a will be used. The is used for certain specific or particular words, right? Specific in the sense which is important. Like sun, the sun. There's only one sun in our solar system. So that's a particular sun. So we'll put the before that word sun. Or if you talk about a journal example, like in, if I say the table I'm using, so it's that table which actually I am using, not the ordinary table, right? Or the table lying in the corner of the room, right? So it's, I'm talking about that table only which is there in the corner. So that table is a particular table, not every journal table. So such particular objects, if you have, then we put the there. Conjunctions are joining words as we just done, and or. These are the examples. Prepositions, they connect one or another, one word with another to show the relationship. Now, prepositions and conjunctions are almost similar because both of them join the things. But the thing is that in prepositions, some relation is made between the words that we are joining, right? Like on, at, under, in. The cat is on the roof, right? We are joining roof and cat, but on indicates that the cat uh, is sitting on the roof, right? तो on का मतलब है ऊपर, at, um, just next to, you can say, The shop is at the end of the road. रोड के end पे जाके shop है. Under is something which is below, नीचे. Rahul is sitting under the tree. In is in something that I live in Delhi. So I live inside Delhi somewhere. So these on, at, under, in, these are the prepositions here, and they are connecting one or more sentences, one or more words with each other, and they also show the relation between these two words. Then we have interjections. The words which express strong emotions are interjections, like wow is used, oh no, thanks, help. So these are the words which express strong feelings, strong emotions. Either you are very happy, very surprised, angry, or you are in pain. Then we use these words interjections, and after every interjection word we put exclamation mark. Right? They always ends with an exclamation mark. So these are different parts of speeches, and these are the exercises based on that. Let's go through the exercises. There are certain blanks, fill in the blanks, or words you have to select. So go through them once. We'll move further. The next topic is writing skills. In writing skills, first of all, we'll talk about the parts of sentences. So whenever we are framing a sentence, see, in English, it is very important to write the sentence in a proper way. It should be meaningful, right? And to make it meaningful, the format of writing a sentence is always very important. You should know how to write a sentence, and for that we need to understand what are the different parts of a sentence. How do we write, right? So every sentence has a subject. Subject is the person, the things that does an action. So the person who is doing the action in any of the sentence is a person or place or thing, whatever. So that word is called as a subject. Like in this example, Dia reads a book. Now the person who is reading, Dia. So Dia is the subject here. So action is being done by Dia, right? It's Divya, sorry. And verb describes the action, whatever action it is being done, right? So describing word is the verb. So what is Dia doing? She is reading. So reads word here is the verb, right? So and the object is the thing that receives the action, right? Like what is this Divya reading? This is what Divya is reading, a book. So the book is object here, right? So how you can identify? You can put up some questions in this to identify, like to find out the subject, who or what performed the action. Okay, who has done action over here? Divya is doing the action. So Divya is subject. If you want to find out verb, the question is what is the action? The action is reading, reads. So reads word is the verb. And if you put a question, who or what received the action, right? Who is receiving the action? The book. The book is the object over here, right? Then we have some more examples. I ate an apple. I is the subject here, which is making the action. Ate is the verb, which is describing what action is being performed, and on whom the action is being performed. It is performed on apple word. So this apple is the object here, right? Dia and Sanjay broke the bottle. So Dia and Sanjay are the one who is doing the action. So they are subject. Broke is the word which describes the action. So it is verb, and the action is done on the bottle. So bottle is the object. Right. Then next is these objects that we write in sentences. They also comes in two forms. One is the direct object, and another one is the indirect object. Direct subjects are the one which directly acts upon the action, right? If the verb is reads, and we asked, what does Dia read? And we get a straightforward answer, book. जैसे हमारी एग्जाम्पल थी दिया रीड a book, right? Divya read a book. So if you ask a question कि what does Divya read? क्या पढ़ रही है दिव्या? So answer will be book. Now if you get the direct answer, we'll say this object is the direct object. Okay, when you put a question what, you get a answer, then that particular object is the direct object, right? Indirect object is when we put a question to whom or from whom, right? So when you put a question to whom and from whom, then that word, the object which comes over there is called as indirect. Like for example, Abdul gave a gift to his mother, right? So Abdul is the subject, gave is a verb, and gift is the object. Now gift is the object which is direct, right? If you put a question, what did Abdul gave, the Abdul gave a gift, so gift is the direct object here. And if you ask the question to whom the gift was given, to his mother, so his mother is the indirect object here. So we have two objects here, a gift and his mother. So what did Abdul give a gift? The gift is the direct object, and to whom that gift was given, his mother. So his mother is the indirect object, right? So some of the sentences may have direct also. Some have only one object, the direct one. Some have both the objects, right? A few more examples are given. Just Rima bought vegetables. So what did Rima bought? Vegetables. So here vegetable is direct object. If you say Fatima and Sonia played tennis, what did they play? They played tennis. Tennis is the direct object. He offered me a chocolate. What did he offer? Chocolate. Chocolate is the direct object. And to whom the chocolate was offered? It was me. Me is the indirect object. इन दोनों में indirect object नहीं था. Teacher gave us homework. What did the teacher give? Homework. So the homework is the direct object, and to whom the homework was given? Us. So us is the indirect object here, right? So this is quite important. Then we'll talk about different types of sentences that we have, right? Now sentences are categorized based on different categories. Now first category is active passive sentences. We have two types of sentences. One is active, one is passive. Now active is the one where where the subject is doing some action. For example, Sanjay broke the glass. Who broke the glass? Sanjay. Who is the action doer here? Sanjay. So this is active sentence, right? And if we write the glass was broken by Sanjay, right? Here the subject is glass, right? But glass is not the action doer here. The action is being performed on the glass. So in this case, it is passive voice, right? Does the action. Sanjay does the action. So this is active. Receives the action. Glass is receiving the action. Action किस पे हो रहा है? ग्लास के ऊपर हो रहा है. तो ये ग्लास जो है एक्शन रिसीव कर रहा है. If the subject is receiving action, we'll say that the sentence is in passive voice. And if the subject is doing the action, then we'll say that sentence is in active voice. Right? So Sanjay broke the glass is in active voice. The glass was broken by Sanjay is in passive voice. So that's the main difference between active and passive, right? Sentence where the subject does the action is active, and subjects where sentence in which subject receives the action is your passive voice, right? She wrote a letter was written by her, right? So यहाँ पे she is the subject and she is actually writing, तो ये active voice हो गया. और a letter was written by her, a letter is the subject, but a letter, the subject is not doing the action, it is receiving the action here. So this is in passive voice, right? The next category is types of sentences according to their purpose. uh, Now we have different kind of sentences based on different purpose, right? As you can see, there's one type of question sentence called as question, which asks the question. A statement is a normal form of sentence. A reaction is you. have a strong reaction on somebody, or fourth one is if you order somebody, so that is another category. So we have these four categories. First one is declarative sentence, which is also called as a normal sentence. Declarative is it provides the information or states a fact. So any sentence which gives information and this it states a fact, it gives a fact, is called as a declarative statement. Most of the statements that we use are declarative in nature, and all declarative sentences ends with a full stop, right? Like, I go to school, it is very cold today, I completed my project. So these are all declarative. The second category is interrogative sentences. Interrogative are the questions. So whenever a sentence is asking a question to somebody, then that sentence is interrogative. It always ends with a question mark, right? Do you go to school? How is the weather? Did you complete your project? These are the examples. Third category is exclamatory. Exclamatory, which expresses a strong emotion. Now, the emotion can be joyful, it can be sad, it can be if you are fear of something or wonder. So they always ends up with exclamation mark, like I came first in the class, right? It is a sentence which shows the happiness and joyness. So such sentence is exclamatory sentence. Oh, it's so cold, right? So this is which comes in wonder category. I completed my project. Again, you are joyful, you are happy. So these are exclamatory sentences. Fourth category is imperative. Imperative में आता है orders, commands, request and advices. If you give order to somebody, and such sentences are imperative, or request somebody or advise somebody, like go to the college today. You are ordering someone to go to the college. So this is imperative sentence, and these imperative sentence ends up with exclamation mark or full stop. Both are used in this. Wear your sweater, we are ordering someone. So this is imperative. Complete your project, again order, right? It can be a request also. Please complete your project. So again, it is imperative. The next is paragraph. Uh, Group of sentences forms a paragraph. Paragraph is a group of sentences, right? But the important thing is, the most important thing in a paragraph is whatever we are describing in a paragraph, it should be of common idea, right? एक पैराग्राफ के अंदर जो कुछ भी डिस्क्रिप्शन है, it is all about a common idea. If you want to give a separate idea, different idea, then you should have a new paragraph for that, right? Like for example, if you're writing about the school, let's say, the first paragraph can be the sentences about the name of the school, the location, the size, the other details, the other location details, etc. So ये first paragraph में सब एक जैसी information है. It all everything is common, right? Whenever we want to start with a new paragraph, there we can describe the school, right? Like if you see here, I go to government high secondary school Balachadi. It is not a very big school, but it has many good teachers. It's about 100 students in the school. My school is on the main road, very close to the city railway station. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग सिर्फ स्कूल की बेसिक डिस्क्रिप्शन दे रहे हैं. So all this will come in a first paragraph, in one paragraph. Now there is a difference here. I love going to school and learning about new things. Now here we are describing what all things are being done in the school. यहाँ पे हमने सिर्फ स्कूल का डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया. यहाँ पे हम स्कूल के अंदर क्या होता है उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, right? So we have to write this thing in a separate paragraph, right? So one paragraph should have common idea. Second paragraph again have common idea. If the idea is changed, then we'll move to the second paragraph. If the idea is same, then we'll continue with the things in the same paragraph only, right? So that's the idea behind paragraphs, and this that's all from this session 2. Moving further, greeting and introduction, again, very important part of communication. Whenever we want to communicate, the words, uh, different words of greetings uh, can be used, and it's always better to use these kind of words because it adds on the effect of communication, right? There are many ways to greet when you meet a person. Greeting and reply to a greeting at work is different from the greeting and reply to friends. So it depends upon the person to whom you are greeting or talking to. So the word we use for greeting for a family member, for a friend, is different than the words that you use in your professional life. Like if you are an employee of a company and you greet some other employee of the company, the way is different. Now, whenever you greet your friends and relatives, the way is different again, right? Similarly, when you say goodbye to somebody, when you depart somebody professionally, if you talk about, then there's a difference. And when we do it at with your friends or family members, that the way is different, right? So there's a difference in greeting. So it's all depends upon who we are talking to, right? So greeting depends upon who we are talking to. So let's see these types. There are two methods of greeting as shown in the figure. First one is the formal one. Second one is informal. Formal one is used where we are talking to a senior, to elderly people, right? Wherever we are creating certain formal relations, like talking to teachers, talking to customers. So they we use formal greetings like hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And when we are meeting a person uh, in your friend circle or in the family, then we use hi, hey, what's going on, what's up, such kind of words. So this formal is the one uh, if you do not know the person, right? You do not know the person, then we use formal greeting. It can be greeting a senior, a elderly one, or the people to whom you have formal relations, like teachers, customers, etc. And these are the ways of greeting, and these are the ways of replying also. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. These are the different kind of replies. Informal, when you talk to friends, family, or known person, then we use informal greeting, right? Hello, hi, and these are the words being used there, right? Greeting time. This we all know that from early morning to 11:59 a.m. we use good morning. From 12 to 5 we use good afternoon. 5 to midnight we use evening, right? So we usually do not greet people by saying good night even if it is night. We say good night at the end of the conversation, right? तो अगर आप रात को भी किसी को मैसेज कर रहे हो या ग्रीट कर रहे हो, so you should not say good night. You should not start with this word good night. You can end it with good night, right? End of the conversation can be with the good night, or you can use good evening to start, right? Then always whenever you're meeting someone for the first time, you should introduce yourself, right? You give your tell your name, right? Journal things you can tell about information about your hometown, the job, the subject you are doing, if you're a student, your interest and all, right? So these are some of the things you should do. That I am Aman, I'm Rahul from Agra, and my name is Tina, I am from this class. Hi, I am Anu, I like cricket. So these are the words which we use when you are introducing yourself to somebody, and you're meeting somebody for the first time, right? So I'll think I'll end up here now.